The day after, man, it's like coming down from I don't even know, I don't drink, so I can't say coming down from a night of binge drinking and having the hangover, but, you know, the day after the NFL season ends, if you don't count the Pro Bowl, which I really don't, so it's a little depressing right now, but, you know, this sport is a 12-month long commitment. As soon as the season's over, you follow free agency, the draft, and everything like that. So I just wanted to say that the combine is in 15 days, I think, 2 weeks, something like that. So what I'm going to try and do is do everything I can to make sure I get a first round mock draft up by before the combine, because after the combine my mock is going to change a lot and everyone else's mock is going to change a lot. So I want to make sure that I get in pre-combine thoughts so we can see how the combine changes things. So that's definitely going to happen. I'm going to make that happen. First 32 picks, and you know, that's mainly the main thing that's going on right now. Free agency won't start for a little while. Players probably won't get cut for a little while in droves. We won't see a lot of movement like that yet. You know, I was thinking more about the game yesterday because, you know, that's still kind of on everybody's mind, I think, and on second thought, it occurred to me that a lot of this game was actually poorly played. I think we all got caught up in the last 5 minutes of the game and forgot about the rest of the game. Like, I thought the coaching in this Super Bowl was pretty bad. On that first drive by Pittsburgh, when they got down to the 1 yard line and it was 3rd and goal, and they had Roethlisberger trying to run it in, and he got tackled at the 4-inch line, they kicked the field goal. I don't know, man. That's to me, that's playing like you're scared. So, and now in hindsight, it was a good move, but that decision at the time, I was like, man, that's a lame move, man. So that was one thing that occurred to me when it happened, but I forgot about it because of the end of the game. Also, there was this one point in the game where Arizona late, it was a little bit like 6-7 minutes left in the game, and Arizona had the ball at the 35, Pittsburgh's 35, with 5 minutes left. They had 4th down and 20, and they punted. It worked out because the punt was pinned at the 2 yard line, and it led to the safety, which led to the free kick, which led to the touchdown. It worked out okay for Arizona, but I don't know why they didn't try and kick a field goal there. I was thinking back to this, wondering how things could have changed. Like, let's say they kick that field goal, they kick it off to Pittsburgh, they're down by 3, they get the 3 and out, they get the ball back, they score a touchdown to go up by 4, Pittsburgh drives down, scores a touchdown to go up by 3, and then on that last drive, Arizona is playing for a field goal to tie opposed to a touchdown to win or nothing. Just something I thought. I mean, not David Akers, Neil Rackers has a cannon of a leg. He can hit those 53-yard field goals, so I don't know why he didn't get that opportunity. I kind of understand not doing it because what ended up happening did work out. It did work out, but that was one of those things that occurred to me after I got a chance to wind down from the game. And you know, it's weird. I never thought I would see a Super Bowl champion that cannot run in short yardage. Pittsburgh cannot run in short yardage. They are just awful in short yardage. When they are in a position where they have to pick up 1 yard, they really don't want to run the ball. That's a low percentage play for them. And they cannot protect their quarterback. Pittsburgh really can't do that. They're better than they used to be, like earlier this year. They were really bad. They got a little better, but they still struggle with it. And in this game, there were some bad sacks. Part of it was on Ben being stupid, which is something he has a problem with. Part of it was on the offensive line not holding their blocks. But for a team to win a Super Bowl with those two issues, that is surprising. So those are my final thoughts on the game. People are talking a lot about the officiating of the game. I had a couple comments in my last video, and what I thought when I was watching the game, I thought, this game is being called pretty well. When I was watching it, I was like, well, things are being called pretty even. I think any bad calls managed to cancel themselves out, but there were 3 things in this game when I went back and looked at it that I thought about. Number 1 was the obvious one, that last throw by Kurt Warner that looked like an incomplete pass, but it got ruled a fumble, and it never got looked at. I don't know if it was going to be a fumble or an incomplete pass. I saw the replay a couple times, and I was like, that could go either way. But it never got reviewed. That was kind of fishy, but I don't think that play matters too much. I think the game was pretty much over. If that play gets overturned, Arizona gets one Hail Mary, maybe. Another thing, when Santonio Holmes caught what would eventually be the game-winning touchdown, he used the ball as a prop in a celebration. What are you doing, Roger Goodell? You spent all year trying to, hammer home all these new touchdown celebration rules, saying you can't go to the ground, you can't use the ball as a prop, you can't do group celebrations, this. And then in the biggest game of the year, he uses the ball, a receiver uses the ball as a prop, and it doesn't happen. I'm not saying Roger Goodell was the referee, but I'm just saying, he works so hard on this stupid waste of time rule that's saying you can't do this when you celebrate. He wastes all of our time. He enforces this rule. We hate it. We're sick of it. But in the biggest game, it misses, man. More than anything, I think it's kind of funny because I do think it is a stupid rule, a useless rule that I do not understand. But it's a rule. So, I don't know. That kind of bugged me a little bit. I don't think it meant much. Now, if you couple those 2 things together, maybe they mean something. I don't know. The one that was really bad that a lot of people are actually talking about was there was a legal block in the back on James Harrison's touchdown run. And I can definitely believe that. I didn't see it, but just by the nature of that play, somebody had to get blocked in the back. But, with everything that was going on in that play, there are not enough eyeballs to keep an eye on everybody. So that's the kind of stuff that happens all the time on big plays. There are lots of blocks in the back that never get caught. So really, there was that one play, because I think the other 2 weren't really that important. There was the one on the Harrison interception return, the block in the back. I don't doubt that it happened, but that's one bad call. It was a crucial call, but I think that's better than average for the NFL this year. The NFL this year had some awful officiating problems. It all started with the Ed Hockley call in Week 2. So one bad call in this game, as near as I can tell, that actually meant something, that's better than average. So I will take that kind of officiating performance in today's NFL, unfortunately. But it's better than average for this league. So it is what it is. I don't got a ton else to say. Those are my final thoughts on the Super Bowl, really. I don't think I have anything left to say. Just, everybody who's calling this the greatest game ever, just chill out a little bit, man. Most of this game was putrid. Most of this game was boring. The first 3.5 quarters were awful, except for the Harrison touchdown. The Ben Roethlisberger's drive at the end of the game to win it was no better than Eli Manning's drive, or Joe Montana's drive, or either of Tom Brady's drives. There were some great plays in this game, some big plays, but they weren't any better than the other big plays in Super Bowl history. So wait a couple of months, and if you still think this is the greatest Super Bowl of all time, that's what it is. But right now, just chill out and calm down and really think about it, because I'm telling you, I've seen every Super Bowl since Super Bowl 31. I don't remember most of them, but I've seen the Super Bowls that I thought were better than this one. So some of you guys must have. That's really all I got. I'm going to talk on some stuff with the Seattle slant at some point. I'm going to really get into that, what we need to do. Our first order of business is to free up some money for other players, but I'll get more into that in a later video. See you guys later.